What up, what up, what up? This is Astro Dim here doing a daily moon horoscope reading for September 23rd, 2018. Okay. If you're listening to me in like the other side of the world, like on Australia or Fiji, like that area, or even, like west of that area too. Just know that my dates and your dates might be different because a lot of times, it'll be the 22nd in my time in my area, and then it'll be the 23rd in your area, So when I'm telling you the dates and stuff, be cognizant of that. Use the timings that I'm marking on these readings and do a time change calculator and see if it's fitting you, because you may need to look at the next day for you guys. Okay. I just want to make sure that everyone is hip to that and can get as much planetary information as possible. Okay. So I just wanted to add that point there. All right, so let's talk about the moon. The moon is in 13 degrees Pisces. So with this energy, the moon is actually in the moon decant of Pisces. Interesting. And so what's nice about this energy is that, again, this is Pisces, so this is more of a spiritual energy, understanding the unknown, getting the bigger picture of life. That's beyond the tangible, right? That's where our emotions are at right now. That's what we're feeling. And, with it being in the moon decant, we are trying to bring that big picture emotionally and try to center it to be a little bit more relatable in for us specifically. You know what I mean? Because when you think about the moon is our personal emotions, what we feel, what we went through as a child, our personal home experiences, how we were nurtured, right? And so it's very, very personal. But Pisces is very, very big picture. We're talking about not just Earth, we're talking about the galaxy. You know what I mean? The universe. And so it's kind of taking all that unknown, quote unquote, information and making it a little bit more relatable to us with our personal experiences. When I say personal experiences too, I'm talking about experiences that we hold deep in our emotions, deep in our heart, things that hit us personally, not just experiences of the everyday life. Okay. And so, again, we're just trying to relate, to the intuitive, information that we're getting from these, from God, from our angels, from ancestors, from these unseen entities, whatever. Okay? We're just trying to relate to them on a personal level and have a better understanding of it. So that's the energies of the day for sure. So I'm focusing more on 12 o'clock p.m. my time. The moon is going to be 13 degrees Pisces, right? The second decade of Pisces. And, so this moon is eventually going to be exactly conjunct Neptune, which makes things even more crazier. The funny thing about this moon is that because it's conjuncting Neptune, right? And Neptune is retrograde. This is going to be like a big lesson type of big lesson type of day, because Neptune is retrograde right now to make us realize that our intuition is shit and we really don't know nothing like we think we do. And this is everybody. This is everybody on earth. I don't care what type of guru you are. This is everybody. We are not connected like we are supposed to be because everyone in the collective is not that connected. It's not that intuitive. You know what I mean? We are just as intuitive as the next man when you think about it big picture. When you get detailed and earthly, yeah, I may be more intuitive than the next person. But when you talk about big picture, as a collective, our intuition is shit. You know what I mean? That's why we're stuck in 3D type of thinking. Our intuition is shit. And so what Neptune retrograde is trying to do is trying to tell us that, listen, you have this power as human beings. You're very, very intuitive, and you're not using it because you're mixing your intuition with logic. You're mixing your intuition with the practical. You're mixing your intuition with your ego and your personal passions. When communicating with these other beings, need to be pure emotion, pure intuition. You know what I mean? And so this is going to be like a big lesson to us. We might be disillusioned with a lot of things, and it's going to wake us the fuck up, and we're going to be like, what? And you might be even questioning, like, is this shit real? Am I intuitive? What's God? You might be having these like self-realization moments, and it's healthy to question. But this is Neptune just trying to show you, like, no, all this stuff is real, but you are you're mixing up your intuition with other things, other aspects of our life. And sometimes intuition needs to be pure emotion, pure intuition. You know what I mean? And so what this Neptune is trying to tell us is, like, you know, when you're trying to connect, you need to really connect with your emotions and not try to be logical, because society makes things logical. Society makes things practical. And this is just, you know, someone of a higher stature, more financial money is telling us what's normal. You know what I mean? And so sometimes you need to use your intuition to go a little bit further, to really have a bigger understanding of life and the universe and God and all that, okay? So I'm going to hop off my pulpit for a little bit out of that long ass speech. And what I'm going to do is talk about these aspects. Okay. So first of all, I'd like to say happy Libra season. Happy Libra season, y'all. Libras, it's y'all season. And just to let you know, I'm doing solar return. So if you're a Libra and you're listening, your solar return is 40% off. Just saying. Okay. So that's that. But the thing is that a lot of these planets are in the early, very, very early degrees. So, you know, there's actually not that many aspects that are happening right now. The only aspect that's really happening between the moon is with Pluto, with Jupiter, and with Venus, okay? So similar to what I was saying yesterday, right, is that, you know, we are really having a better understanding today about, or we can get a better understanding about our intimate, deep relationships, because the moon is trine Venus, and it's going to come easily. We're going to have these great self-realization moments. We're going to be like, oh, okay, so that's the person I'm supposed to be with. Or, oh, I'm supposed to be with that type of person. Or, oh, that was a kind of karmic relationship and we're done now, so I got to let it go. You don't know. You're going to have a lot of self-realization moments when it comes to the spiritual relationships that's in your life, you know, and so definitely take advantage of that energy. What's also going to be lovely too is that you're, you know, you're going to understand your self-worth and kind of have this understanding of self-worth versus, you know, shared worth in your relationships and what that means to you. So again, you're going to kind of calm down, right? Because remember, you're thinking so big picture and so like deeply spiritually, with, you know, the moon being in the first decan of Pisces, and it's in the Neptune decan. Now you're taking all that information, emotional information, intuitive information, and trying to synthesize it to see how it fits to you personally. Okay. So don't forget that. All right. This moon is also trining Jupiter. Jupiter's the husband. So again, it's the divine partner. You're going to have some realizations with divine partner, whether you want a husband or not. Okay. But beyond that though, what we're doing here is because the moon is in the second decan of Pisces, and we're taking all the spiritual information and kind of bringing it down and making it, synthesizing it so we can understand it and apply it to our personal lives. What we're emotionally, what we're also doing to do that is kind of philosophizing what we picked up. And most of the things that we are going to pick up are definitely spiritual, but they're going to be connected to, our intimate relationships that we have, whether romantic or platonic, and what they mean to us, and what it means to our soul ascension, and what it means to our earthly ascension, how we're going to move up to the next status, to the next level. So it's going to be really, really cool. And then the nice thing about this as well is that, Jupiter trining the moon, especially the moon being in Pisces, the Jupiter brings abundance and brings prosperity, right? And so you can get things that you want. You can get prosperity through this energy if you really use your intuition and try to follow it. And then also it brings abundance. So it's going to be a quite emotional weekend, okay, with you getting all this information, having these self-realization moments. So definitely take time to meditate. Don't miss out on this energy. Please don't. And then lastly, this moon is going to be sextile Pluto in Capricorn. And Pluto right now is retrograde still in the Venus decade of Capricorn. And so again, this whole love and self-worth and understanding yourself, and this is a big part of this placement. Again, with the moon being in Pisces, we're really taking all this information, making sure we're realizing it and understanding it, and it fits in our lives. The spiritual and intuitive information. And the thing is, though, is that what we're kind of focusing on, honestly, is understanding more what our self-worth is, how we can be empowered by it, and how we can reach the status that we want to. We're going to be focusing on spiritual status, but we're also going to be focused a lot on how we can materialize it and make it more of an earthly status, how we can up our career, up our status, up our reputation through all the information that we're receiving here and personalizing. You know what I mean? So, they're coming from different aspects, right? Because, Pluto is all about transformation and transformation through empowerment, right? And it, with Pluto being in Capricorn, you're trying to use that you try to be empowered to move up. But with Pisces here, Pisces is understanding that you want to excel, but they're saying to be fully aware, to excel on earth, you need to really have a better understanding of the spiritual world too. Okay, so it's really important for you to use this information, personalize it, and then apply it in an earthly way. So this is a great reflecting weekend, y'all. Great reflecting day. This energy's fly as fuck. It really is, y'all. And y'all need to take advantage of it. This energy is fly as fuck. Okay? Please meditate. Do something that kind of puts you out, gets you out of body. I'm taking some edibles this weekend. Okay? That's what I'm doing. As I'm really trying to take advantage of this energy. But please protect yourself too. Sage your house, bless your house, pray before you do anything too crazy. Wear protective stones. The darker, the better. And yeah, take advantage of this weekend, y'all. It's going to be lit as fuck. All right? You're going to learn so much. And I'm excited for myself, of course, but definitely excited for you. All right? So much love. I hope you have a lovely, 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 lovely weekend. Peace.